For the first time in as long as any of us can remember, we are finally able to shed some light on the history of our planet and conceivably our origins as a people. What we have found here is nothing short of miraculous. An ancient starship lost to the desert for 1,000 years. The structural damage it sustained, the compression patterns, the debris footprint, all of it is consistent with atmospheric penetration followed by ground impact. But why did it crash here? What happened? Many questions remain unanswered. We know that the satellite data we collected identified hundreds of similar sites scattered throughout the Great Banded Desert. Each one of these could be a wreck just like the Kalash. It is safe to assume the Gaalsien have been exploiting these resources for years. Now it's our turn. Composed of exotic materials and compounds not native to our planet, each represents a potential treasure trove of untapped resources and alien technology we can leverage in our fight against the Gaalsien, and which may well hold the key to our survival on Kharak.
All crews, prepare to shipbreak.
Intel. Detailed scans have identified one section of the Kalash with energy readings far exceeding normal parameters. I'll begin salvaging there first. Once I've confirmed my shipbreaking plan works, we'll move out into the valley below and expand operations.
Copy that, Rachel. Deploying security teams to defend the inner perimeter.
Approaching the wreck now. Runner copy.
Copy that, Rachel. Proceed with shipbreaking operations.
Awaiting. We will need to use several demolition charges. Runner copies. I'll need to place the charges on the wreck and detonate them once I'm clear of the blast zone.
Understood.
Runner copies. Runner copies. Charges placed and enabled.
All right. Pull back to a safe distance and initiate detonation.
Rachel here. The charges can be detonated individually or as a group. There it goes.
Nice work.
Rachel, we need to collect that artifact and return it back to the Kapisi to research it.
Moving out. Strike responding. Cleared for move. Kapisi, go ahead. Get her moving.
Engineering EC-343. Sam.
Strike confirmed.
Alarms from our power plant.
Pilot confirms. Returning to carrier.
Strike responding.
We're not sure if the engine's actually having issues or...
Proceed with decommission.
Hotlink your system to the following. Bravo Kilo.
Artifact recovered. Authentication confirmed. Carrier.
Copy. We're on the way.
Bravo Kilo 2243. Negative.
Ready, you man. Green light to proceed. Move. Go for Kapisi.
Operator CENTCOM.
The artifact we recovered has been installed successfully. The Kapisi is already registering a massive increase in available power.
Kapisi power levels are surging. Nice find, Rachel.
Attention fleet. The artifact manifest is now available to review the latest science analysis and data.
Go for Kapisi.
We must push out into the valley and salvage the remaining wreck sites before we run out of time.
Proceed to new coordinates.
Understood.
Crews are ready. Moving out.
Be aware. Scattered Gaalsien contacts detected near wreck locations in the valley. Ensure salvage teams are well defended.
Understood. Salvage teams form up and await orders.
Fleet Group 3 is...
I've updated the salvagers with the demolition charge schematic. They'll require CUs to produce new charges.
Understood.
Carrier here.
Intel, be advised. Hacking Gaalsien units is now available. By accessing their shared network, I can commandeer their vehicles.
Vehicle in service.
If you can get them aboard the Kapisi, our engineers can reconfigure their control systems. Once that's done, we can allocate them to our fleet.
Sounds like a plan.
You command?
Attempt to commandeer one of their units to confirm the system is operational.
Go for carrier. Confirmed.
Control Group 1 designated.
Away.
Awaiting orders.
Go for Kapisi. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending. Attention. This is the captain.
Construction resources exhausted.
The MTL is showing positive materials tracking. We're looking good, as usual. Salvager ready.
Salvager online. Control Group 3 designated.
For orders.
Fleet Group 3 assigned.
A turret is under fire.
Identified RU site on scanner. Conducting sweep.
Strike craft destroyed. Carrier here.
Strike fighter light attack vehicle online.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe. Strike craft ready. Ready.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Acknowledged.
Strike craft ready.
Control Group 1 designated.
Strike responding.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Push up to that point. Kapisi reading.
We have insufficient CUs. RU site exhausted. Light attack vehicle in service. Light attack vehicle online.
Ready.
Check your intakes.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Strike confirmed.
Light attack
Go for
vehicle
carrier.
online. Control Group 1 designated.
Confirmed.
Fleet Group 1 assigned. CUs exhausted.
Carrier copies. PC, go ahead. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Enemy contacts on the board. Receiving.
Control Group 1 designated.
Make ready.
Light attack vehicle in service. Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Green line confirmed.
RU deposit
Talk.
depleted. Support cruisers have been outfitted with anti-air defensive systems.
One of our turrets is taking fire. Attention. Alert, a turret post just went down. Strike confirms. Destination set. Unidentified contact. Designate as hostile. Strike copies. New heading set.
CU site exhausted.
Target set. Reading. Hostile range craft destroyed. Reading. Green line confirmed.
Ready. Green line confirmed.
Receiving.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Coordinates confirmed. Kapisi copies. A turret is under
Strike fighter
fire.
approach vector dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Hostile strike craft down. Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending.
Crews are ready. Destination set. Move us out.
PC reading. Location marked.
What do you need? CUs identified. Proceed to site.
PC, go ahead. All systems go. Clear out.
Strike craft ready.
CU field depleted. Control group 1 designated.
Location marked.
Salvage array ready. Systems ready. Send orders. Proceed to our use site. Systems ready. Secure us for move.
Go for Kapisi.
One of our salvage teams is approaching a wreck in the valley. Updates to follow.
It's online. Ready to burn.
Awaiting orders.
Tracking armored craft on approach. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed.
Runner copies. Runner copies.
Hostile armor eliminated.
Standing by. Reading you.
Strike responding.
Acknowledged. Reading you.
Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation.
Copies. Advance to mark CUs. Ready. Strike craft on lock.
Intel, we found an artifact at this location. Looks promising.
Taking effective fire.
Great work. Continue salvaging.
Received. That didn't take long. Gaalsien forces are responding to our salvage operations.
For command. Copy.
Gaalsien strike group confirmed on sensors. Redirect defensive forces to our salvage crew's position.
Listen.
Gaalsien air units are probing our position. Covered. Authenticated.
Anti-air turrets now available for construction.
Dialed in.
Anti-air turret templates loaded into the base runners. The main assault force will arrive soon.
Send orders.
Enemy armor disabled.
On our way.
Carrier here. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
We read you.
Hostile strike craft down.
Research completed.
Carrier copies.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot. All systems green. We got something on the horizon. Waiting for eyes on to authenticate. Target locked. Go ahead. Hostile designated. Marked bearing. Ready. Send. Strike craft destroyed.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Hostile armor eliminated.
Salvager ready. Salvager ready. RUs identified. Advance and evaluate.
Reading. Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Ready. Send.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in. Light attack vehicle
Attack vector
online.
dialed in. We're in the pipe. Kapisi copies. Op ready.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Light attack vehicle is under fire. Hostile light attack vehicle detected. New sector designated. Move out.
Confirmed. Railgun sighted. Reading.
Light attack vehicle online.
On our way. Op ready. Ready.
Light attack vehicle in service. An RU site has been
Strike
depleted.
copies.
Fleet Group 1
Line
assigned.
confirmed. Ready. New coordinates verified.
This is the captain. Make alert. LAV down.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot.
Sand skimmer, move to intercept.
Salvager online.
Hostile strike craft down. We've got
Coordinates
hostile on sensors.
Tracking
Confirm
sand
visual.
Thanks for the update. We're ready.
CU site exhausted.
Strike craft taking effective fire.
Send message.
Enemy airstrike
Op
inbound.
ready. Move order confirmed.
A sensors post is taking fire. One of our turrets is taking fire.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set. Capisi copies. Alert.
Strike
Turret
fighter
post
coordinates
destroyed.
dialed in. CU deposit depleted.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Hostile armor incoming. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
Control Group 3 designated. Control Group 1 designated.
22. Advance to mark CUs.
Strike craft destroyed.
Strike craft ready. Let's move. Base runner here. Secure vehicle for move. Confirmed. Prep for displacement.
CUs exhausted.
Go for carrier.
Ready. Reading you. Deploy a turret on that location. What do you need?
CU field expended.
Down for mobilization.
Awaiting orders. Just when we were getting comfortable.
Copy. We're on the way.
We've detected something. Can you confirm visual?
Ready. Hostile sighted.
Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Ready. We're moving.
Orders! Enemy armor disabled.
Reading.
Enemy armor on approach. Hostile strike craft down. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
Reading. On our way.
Alert! Alert! Carrier is taking fire.
Deploy a turret on that location.
A sensors post is under fire.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Alert! Sensor post destroyed. Engines hot. Proximity warning in effect. Hostiles designated.
It's amazing. This technology survived all these years exposed to the open desert. I wish I had a fully equipped lab to study this material in more detail.
Confirmed. Alerts 2 and 3 just went red. Contact on board.
Runner copies. Reading you.
Strike confirms.
Reporting.
Salvager ready. Strike copies. We're ready for orders. Displace to that CU field. Receiving. Ready for assignment.
We're deploying at next direct site. Expecting Gaalsien reinforcements.
Advance to mark CUs.
Attention.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Strike copies. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Hostiles designated. Trackers assigned. Strike craft destroyed.
Copy that. Coordinates confirmed.
Tracking armored craft on approach. Reporting.
CU site exhausted.
We need a turret set in place. Move to intercept. Strike craft taking effective fire. Hostile railguns have opened up. Receiving! AA turret taking fire.
Stick to your assignment. I don't want any materials coming off that are gonna compromise the odds.
Enemy railgun eliminated. Alert! Anti-air turret post destroyed. One of our turrets is taking fire. Alert! Red alert! In contact. Carrier taking fire.
Reposition. Reposition. Reporting. Guard order confirmed. Copy. On our way.
Salvage already.
Hostile armor eliminated.
Coordinates acquired.
Alert!
Moving to
Hostile
site.
strike fighter in circulation. Support crews are under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Runner.
Get a turret up. Make sure it's combat ready. Strike copies. Fast attack pattern. Full speed.
Alert! Light attack vehicle destroyed. Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Let's move.
CU deposit depleted.
Strike responding.
Rachel here. Board's green. Reposition. Awaiting orders. Reading you.
Intel, we found an artifact at this location. Looks promising.
Ready. Proceed to...
Great work. Continue salvaging.
Spotted. Get on it.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected. We've detected something. Can you confirm visual?
Reading.
Artifact recovered.
Clear to engage.
Authentication confirmed.
Hostile strike craft down. Strike craft taking effective fire. Unidentified hostile incoming. Authenticate.
Op ready.
Be advised, an RU site has been exhausted of resources. Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set. Enemy airstrike inbound. A turret is under fire. Go ahead. En route. Alert. A turret post just went down. A sensors post is taking fire. Reading.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. Hostile range craft destroyed.
Support ready.
We're ready for orders. Identified RU site on scanner. Conducting sweep.
Runner, go ahead. Salvage teams. Sensor activity is increasing. Expect the main Gaalsien force to arrive soon.
We're going as fast as we can here.
Understood. Keep your eyes open and be ready to pull back to the Capisi. Ready! Reposition!
Strike craft destroyed.
CU field depleted.
Standing by.
Green line confirmed. Op ready.
We read you. On the move.
Ready.
Ready. Send.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Ready. Copy. On our way.
Reading you. Science officer responding.
Strike copies. Coordinates confirmed.
Reading you, Command. Defend that area with a turret.
I wonder if anyone survived this impact.
Green line confirmed. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Enemy contacts on the board.
Ready. Move order confirmed.
Acknowledged.
Hostile
We're
strike
clear to
craft
move.
down.
Runner copies.
Rachel here? Reading you, Command.
Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation. Support crews are under attack. Immediate fire support on that position.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot.
Strike confirms.
Enemy armor on approach.
Salvage team is approaching another wreck site. Keep your eyes open for Gaalsien strike teams.
Red alert. Alert. Command carrier taking fire. This is the captain.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Enemy armor disabled. Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe.
Ready.
This is Rachel. Go ahead. Runner copies.
Alert. Support taking hostile fire.
Reading. Reporting. Reading you. Runner copies.
Strike craft destroyed. Be advised. Tracking hostiles.
Send orders. PDA active.
Strike responding.
Be advised. All wreck sections at this site have been processed successfully.
Base runner here. Prep for long range move. Let's go.
We're being hailed by the Gaalsien carrier. Stand by to receive.
Suggest carrier Khaleesi. There can be no hiding from the Gaalsien in the Great Desert. We are the desert. As before, you have violated this holy site. Only now you have chosen to destroy it, pillaging its sacred artifacts to serve your profane ambitions. You may go no further. Prepare to face the wrath of Sejuk and beg his divine forgiveness. I will pray for your soul.
Hostile light
The
attack.
Gaalsien commander Kagan has cornered us. We are heavily outnumbered. They will mount their assault from all sides. We must stand our ground.
Armor incoming.
All personnel, man your battle stations.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot.
Reading. Copy. Target set.
Picking up sensor contacts all around us. We must pull back to the Kapisi.
Confirmed. Get back to the Kapisi immediately.
Counter!
Gaalsien units approaching. This is going to be close.
All available forces are to protect salvage crews and the Kapisi. All other concerns are secondary.
One of our turrets is taking fire.
Strike copies. Tracking hostile. Move order confirmed.
Enemy railgun eliminated.
Swing around. Maintain fire.
Alert! The Kapisi is taking fire. Alert! Command carrier taking fire.
Moving to site.
Be advised, the Gaalsien have deployed a new variant of their armored combat unit. It appears to have replaced its standard armament with a missile battery. This will allow it to function as both ground fire support and mobile AA.
Strike copies. Fast attack pattern. Full speed. Send message. Green line confirmed. Reading. Copy. We're clear to engage.
This is the captain.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe. Reading. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Standing by. New heading set.
Strike craft destroyed. destroyed.
Ready. Armor target set. Send message.
Enemy armor disabled.
Move order confirmed. Op ready.
Alert. LAB down.
Ready. Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot.
We read you. Displace to that CU field.
Reading!
Hostile range craft destroyed.
It's a straight shot, go!
This is the captain. Be advised. Group 1 lost.
Fighter
Repeat.
coordinates
Group
dialed.
1 lost. Attack course alert.
Support.
Carrier is taking fire.
Confirmed.
All hands.
CUs exhausted. Armor systems active.
We are being overrun.
Eliminated. Ready. Send.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Strike
CU
systems
site
online.
exhausted.
Ready to burn.
Sedim reinforcements have arrived. I say again, Sedim reinforcements have arrived. All units, hold fast and maintain position.
Kapisi, this is Captain Khashar of the Sedim carrier Sakala.
Sakala, be advised. The enemy carrier Ashoka and her fleet have us surrounded.
Understood. We warned you and our coalition partners for years of the Gaalsien threat. We called for a total cleansing of the desert wastelands, but now this appears beyond our reach. I suggest we finish off these Gritidim while we have the advantage.
Agreed.
The Gaalsien carrier has an escort of multiple cruisers. Recommend immediate advance on the Gaalsien position.
Kapisi, say again. Request targeting the siege cruiser positions.
This is the copy, Sakala. All units, move on those siege cruisers now.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set.
Ready.
CUs
ready.
exhausted.
Runner, go ahead. Set new heading.
Tracking armored craft on approach. Interceptor taking hostile fire.
Reading.
RU site exhausted.
Ready for command.
Alert, strike fighter lost.
Reporting.
Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Kapisi, we are taking heavy fire. Request your forces target the Gaalsien siege cruisers near our location.
Attention.
Armored assault online.
Reading.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Go for armor. Move order confirmed. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending.
Cruiser ready. Copy. On our way.
Op ready.
Armored assault operational. Control Group 1 designated.
Reading.
Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support.
Fleet
Alert.
Group 1
LAV
assigned.
down. Send. Armor vehicle taking effective fire.
Fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike said we got a railgun under fire. Enemy railgun firing on friendlies. Ready.
Armored
Send.
assault online. Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot. Alert. Railgun lost. Attention. Hostile designated. Armored vehicle lost. Runner.
Defend that area with the turret.
Strike craft destroyed. UPC copy. Target on the board. This is the captain. This is the captain. Make ready. Op ready.
Control Group 1 designated.
Alert, friendly taking strike
Hostile
craft,
fire.
taking effective
Fleet
fire.
Group 1 assigned.
Alert,
Armored
light attack
vehicle
vehicle
taking
destroyed.
fire.
Control Group 1
Tracking
designated.
target. Enemy railgun eliminated. Hostile railguns opened up. New heading set.
Received.
Enemy armor disabled.
We're moving. Railgun sighted.
Reading.
Support ready. Deploy a turret on that location.
Focus fire. PC copies.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed
Alert, support craft has been engaged. Dialed in, we're in the pipe. Alert, LAB down. Ready, send. Make ready.
Armor, go ahead.
in. Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Reading.
Contact, enemy armor, bearing designated.
Okay, time to roll.
Battle report, hostile siege cruiser eliminated.
The enemy is withdrawing.
Unknown inbound, designating hostile. All units assume convoy formation and stand by to pursue.
Personal log, Operations Officer Clea Soban, Expedition Carrier Capisi. How many days have we been out here? Feels like weeks already. We've re-established communication with the North. Reports from Tyr are encouraging. Pockets of resistance have sprung up and are holding Gaalsien forces at bay. But for how long? Here, crew morale remains high despite the constant engagement with Gaalsien forces. I can't say enough about the men and women who've signed on, risking their lives for this expedition. Our goal feels almost impossible at times, but there is hope, and a will to succeed against all odds. For now, that will have to do.